Hello, hello, friends. Welcome back to the Blushing Mint. This is Dion, and I am so happy to have you here crafting with me today. So today's project I am going to call Unfinished Business. So I have finished our last journal, and I made the folio, and I was trying to decide on what project I wanted to pick up and work on next, if it was going to be a new journal or another idea or whatever. And as I was cleaning out my space and trying to get my creative juices flowing, I ran across this cute little journal that is basically all but finished except for the final touches. And I thought, I'll just bring you guys along and we'll do some unfinished business projects. And so that's what this journal is gonna be about. That's what this video series is gonna be about. So this little cutie here is about 4.5 by 6 inches. Yep, 4.5 by 6. And this is one of my faux leather covers that I created. And for this journal, I actually folded in the flap. And here you can see it was a manila envelope in there. And I folded in the main flap and glued it down. And this is going to create a back pocket for our journal cover. And so anyway, where I'm at with this little journal is I need to sew these signatures into the cover. I did a quick, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I did just a quick little zigzag stitch across the top and bottom here of our journal cover. And that's great inside. And then this is 2 signatures, and I have already decorated, for the most part, most all of this has been decorated. I just need to add the finishing touches, sew it in, put some tags in there, add some lace and trims and whatnot. And this little journal is ready to go. But when I saw this journal, I was thinking, well, when I was looking for my next project, really, I was thinking about like graduation journals, because these are great gifts for graduates. There's so many things that go on in a young person's life when they are looking at graduating and all of that. And it can sometimes be a little overwhelming. And journals are an awesome graduation gift. And so I thought, man, maybe I should just finish some of my unfinished projects here so that I have some additional journals ready in my to put in my shop. So that is what we are going to do today, is just do some unfinished business. Do you like my Pampered Chef spatula? Don't do this with your Pampered Chef spatulas, but this is my craft one. And so what I'm doing here is I am shoring up my centers here, making sure everything is tucked in really good. And then I am taking my binder clips, and I want this page out. This one is kind of close to the center, and I don't want to accidentally sew it into my signature, so I want that out while I'm sewing. And then I'll tuck it back in when I'm done. But I'm just snugging everything up to that center line, so then I can sew these signatures into our journal here, or into our cover. So that's my first part here, is just making sure all the pages are going the right direction. Trust me, that is important. If you're new and starting out, just take it from somebody who may not have had her ducks together all the time and has found upside down pages, or pages that weren't exactly placed properly in their journal. after they sewed it in. It happens. I'm not going to say to the best of us because I'm certainly not the best, but it happens to all of us. So I can just try to save you a little bit of hassle by saying, hey, check your pages before you start sewing them in. It'll save you a headache of being like, okay, I get to cover that. Gesso is great. Gesso is your friend when you sew things in backwards. Okay, so here is my 2 signatures. They are ready to be sewn in. I think I want them to go like this. And then, so I have my little template here, and I'm going to mark my template. Maybe I gotta find my tools here. So it is, I cut this to size. So let me get this to where it's at your level here. I cut it to size here, and so it is 6 inches. I want to mark my center at 3. And then I want to come down an inch from each one. So that's going to be 1, 3, and 5. And that is where our holes need to be placed. Okay, and I need to get my little awl, and I can pre-punch these at 1, 3, and 5. Okay, so now I'm going to take this template and I'm going to put it into the first. Oh, I always like to, again, I always like to write top and bottom so that I know if they're slightly off, no matter what, my signatures will line up when I punch those holes and when I sew it in. So I always like to make sure I have that written. Technically, they should be correct. They should be, like, for the most part, perfect. But yeah, let's just say I'm not. So now I'm going to punch through on my actual signatures here. Okay, and same thing on this one. See, and you want to make sure top is top. The papers are all going the right direction. And I usually do my middle first, but you know, you just never know what my mind tells me to do here. All right, now, because of this, this is a soft spine. I want to make sure that they lay in here just right. Because I'm not creating a hard spine. I want this to be just a gently rolled spine here. So I don't have like a perfect measurement for where my center really is on this journal. So I'm gonna take some technical liberty here. And I'm going to clip to the cover my signatures. That way, when I put them in, I know I have enough room for both signatures and the spine, you know, on the spine. So anyway, this is not precise. This is me doing me for this one. So we'll see. It could be a complete and utter disaster. I'm not even gonna lie, but you know what? I'm going for it because that's just how I am. So I'm going to just take and go back through my holes into my envelope here, or into my cover, and that way I can mark that for myself. Then I like that color of thread to sew, and this is just waxed cotton thread. And again, I do 2 and about a half. Gives me more than enough room. And then I got to find my nice little needle in here. Thread your needle and leave a bit open. Don't tie it off, nothing like that. And we're going to go for it, friends. We are going to go for it. Through the center first, leave a length of your thread. Through the cover at the top. And I like that to pop out first. And then it's a little easier to get into the hole in the center of our journal here. Doesn't work so good with my clip on there. Okay, through the center. Whoops. I missed my center page. Want to make sure I get my center page for sure. Okay. All right. Down through our bottom hole and out through our cover. And then back through the center of our cover without sewing through our thread. That is always so hold that aside. Through the center cover. And then back through our center hole without sewing through our thread, and we come back out. All right, here we go. And then we want to tighten that up, and remember, when we do that, we want to make sure that one string of our ends is on one side of our thread, the other is on the other, and we tighten that up as tight as we can, making sure that through our back here, everything is tight. And then we right over left, left over right, like so, and I leave those ends to be. Then we can take that and clip it out of our way here. Then we're going to put our next one in here. And I want to just make sure that I've got about the same amount of cover on both sides of our journal here when I sew this in. So finding that spot in here. And I will clip that, maybe. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and poke our holes. All right, and again, here we go. Approximately 2.5 lengths of our thread. And our little needle. And this is a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. That's what we're using to sew this in. So through our center, and then the center of our cover, and leave that length of thread, back through our next hole, and through our top, making sure we're catching all our pages here. Okay, and then down to the bottom, and out the back of the cover, and then back through our cover without hitting our thread. Man, that was easy. The more you do these, the easier they become, I promise. And then back out the center of our signature, just like that. And guess what? I sewed them together there, so I just am popping it right back out again. Okay. I have a very uneven amount of thread here, so I'm just evening up the score here a little bit. And then we are going to tuck one under, one over, tighten good, make sure our back is tight good, and one over the other. And there we have it. Our journal is sewn into our cover. And now, oh, look, see, that fit just perfect. This one came down perfect. There we go. Our cover is all square. Everything looks good. The bottom's great. The top is good. We got just a little close to that top there, and that is okay. It's fine. Everything still fits within its spaces, and that is perfectly fine for me. So now it's just, let's do some decorating. I really honestly I don't even know when I created this journal or when I started this one. So it's, like I said, it's unfinished business, and it's been kind of forgotten in a pile of works that I have done and set aside because, you know, like I have said in another video, sometimes you just get to working on something and all of a sudden your creativity just shifts from that project. And so I set things aside and I pick them up some other time. So basically that's what this journal here is. So let's take a look and see what we can, create here. It's kind of it's lending itself to be kind of fallish, but yet it has these beautiful springy colors with the greens, but yet it is kind of fall-esque. This is a tuck spot, it looks like. Yeah, so it's looking a lot like maybe it just needs some tags and some tags and embellishments really is all this journal is really asking for, other than the cover. And I think I need to spend a little time with it to decide really what it's going to be. But actually, this would be an awesome graduation journal. It's got a ton of spots for writing, a ton of spots to tuck some pictures. Yeah, it's really kind of ageless with its florals, and it's not overly vintagey. Yeah, it's kind of an eclectic one. So anyway, let's see what we have. So I cleaned my desk the other day. Actually, that was just yesterday. Today is Thursday, like April 20th, I think, maybe. And so I found all of the pieces that I had created through parts of the 100-day project, and I tucked everything into one little box so that I could easily find them. So I'm going to set that here, but I was thinking about these tags. I think maybe we could use some of these in this journal. Yeah, I kind of like it. So maybe we'll add a few of those in here. And then I have some random tags from a printable, and I know it has to be like maybe an Artie Mays printable or something like that from her and Tracy Fox's tag collaboration kit, maybe. And so I have a bunch of those already cut out that I just could add into here. So I think I'm going to use that. Maybe we could use one of these, and these are a pocket, and then there are two other pockets on here. And so I feel like maybe we could use these. I'm actually going to make this a more maybe noticeable pocket. Maybe a little bit more noticeable than that. Oh, yes, perfect. So I'm thinking maybe we could use one of these in here. It might be too tall, but there might be a bottom pocket that we could possibly tuck one into. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I have, I have a couple of these made up. And so maybe, I think I'm going to do the same thing here. Maybe make it obvious that this is a pocket. yeah. So anyway, I have some of those ephemera pieces already made up. I have a couple of, these colors will be great to add a little notebook. I have a cute little tag there. I have these hidden paper clips. Let's see what else I got in here, friends, that are made and ready to go. Okay, so those are the items that I'm going to keep out of this. I'm going to take and tuck this back away. And so let's work with this for a minute and see what we can create out of this in maybe the next 20 minutes or so, just to keep this video on the less than an hour side. I have a little jar here that I have collected scraps of ribbons, and I was just looking at this and I noticed that I have a brown piece of polka dot ribbon that I could maybe put on a tag to go there. And then just seeing some of the colors that this is lending itself to, I'm going to pull out maybe a few of these pieces that we could work with, I think. Excuse me. Okay. So I'm going to set that aside. Whoops. All right. So then, I was thinking I kind of like that little piece of ribbon there. Okay, and I'm gonna just add a bit of glue. Now, anytime that I'm working with fabric or lace or trims or anything like that, I do get out the Fabri-Tac just because I don't want things to fall apart, for sure. Oh, and then I glued the whole thing, but I didn't need to, but that's okay. It will wipe away. I will do that. So yeah, so today is Thursday the 20th. Again, I am in Montana, for those of you who don't know. And of course, guess what? The wind is blowing and it is snowing again I swear spring is never going to make it to Montana. I literally have given up all hopes of a spring in Montana. It is absolutely insane. We have just been inundated with a never-ending winter, like never ending. Okay. Now, when I was cleaning off my desk the other day, hold on, I might change my mind. Let me not say anything because I just remembered I have these cute little, our little circle buttons. And I could put up, I have it marked for a tag already. Hold on. Do I have all of them marked for a tag? Maybe. But I still could. I love that one. I am going to, okay, so what I'm going to do here, just as a reminder to myself, I am going to put a little bulb pin in this one here, okay? And that's going to be a reminder that I want to put a charm on it. And then it will just dangle from here, which is going to be perfectly fine. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this onto this little tab. I like the colors together. And I feel like it kind of repeats with the leaves and the color. It kind of repeats the same color down here. So it's a little brighter, but I am okay with that. And then we'll have a little charm dangle off of there. I love it. And this is a belly band, and we can have 2 tags in that. So I could do one and then another small tag. I don't even know what paper pad. Oh, you know what? I do know. Hold the phone. Hold the phone, friends. A lot of the papers from here came out of this little Mirabella 4.5 by 6.5. So yeah, see? So I can create some tags from these pages here. So that's awesome. Yay. Okay. All right. So we're going to do that, have that. Then we have a little pocket here. I'm going to set these tags up here and out of my way for a minute. Oh, I should put my little charms aside. But you remember me making these, see? You just never know when they're going to come in handy and for what. Super simple little project, but it can have big impact. So I'll set those back in their spots. And then let's look and see if, oh dang, I forgot to, that's all right. I forgot to trim my ribbon before I attached my button. So here I am trying to work after the fact because I forgot a step. Got so excited about the buttons I forgot to trim the ribbon. Can be done. Can be done. The not so deft hands of a journal surgeon. Okay. All right. Then over here, we have a little spot for a tuck. But yeah, so I went to town, had some lunch with my friend today, went to Chinese. My daughter would be so upset if I told her I had Chinese. She loves the wok in Livingston's Chinese. It is one of her very, very favorites. So she would be very upset if I told her that I had the wok for lunch today. So I'm going to have to keep that to myself. And I know she's not watching my journals, my journal channel. She has far better things to do as a 24-year-old. Maybe. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's see. So we are going to go about a 3-inch tag. And I think we'll make this like a journaling card. Ink around the edges. So yeah. So tell me, what is happening in your worlds, where you're at? Is it snowing? God, somebody tell me that the sun is shining where you are, and then tell me where you are, because I need to be there. It's becoming depressing going outside every day, and it's raining, snowing, the wind is blowing 100 miles an hour. It's just, oh man, I'm telling you, it's a mess. It's exhausting. I had a migraine headache yesterday so bad from just the constant change of weather pressures. So I'm going to just leave that. It might be a little busy. I don't know. I might come back and change that. But for now, I'm going to leave that journaling card there. This is just journaling space. This is a handmade piece of paper that I did out of coffee dyed paper. I hand stamped on it. I've done some inking and some dyeing there. Then, let's see. Then we need a tag, and we need some embellishments. We need to have a few little embellishments. So we're going to get out our little jar of all things tiny here. See what kind of things shake out in a handful. And immediately we got a little butterfly, and we've got orange over here, orange here. So I like that. And okay. Let's see. Let us see. Oh, and you know, I found something else that I haven't used in a long time. Let me find it. Hold on. Going across the room. It's amazing what happens when I clean out all the little baskets of things that are around my desk. Cheesecloth. Okay. This is a great thing for journal makers, either cheesecloth or medical gauze, anything like that. Super cheap. And then I dye it in coffee, and just to give it some color. And you don't need a lot of this. A little bit goes a long ways, but it adds texture. It's a great textural element to add to pages. And I have not used this in gosh, I don't even know the last journal that I had that I used it in, but I found it. And so, yes, let's use it. Got some little tags. And I have to tell you, you're going to hear my phone. You're going to hear my phone because I have the phones for the office today. And so I'm just taking a chance that they may or may not go off. I really just don't know, but it is what it is. I have to answer the phones. So anyway, you'll hear it going. You'll hear it going off. I'm so sorry if it bothers you. It's not my idea of a good time either, but you know, it's got to be done. Got to be done. Somebody's got to answer the phone. My assistant is out of the office today. Oh, I'm going to glue. Okay, so when I'm gluing my cheesecloth, I just put a little bit of Fabri-Tac down kind of where it's going to go. It doesn't need a lot to keep it in its place, but Fabri-Tac allows you to, it gives you time to work with it and mold it and move it around wherever you would like. All right, and then add some additional elements here. Ink around our little butterfly. Okay, I like it. And then we would have a little tuck in here somewhere. Or a little something to tuck into the pocket there somewhere is what I meant to say. In our paper pack. Oh. Do I have any orange? Okay, no orange there, so let me look in my tags here that I already have cut out if there is a bit of orange. Oop. Okay. Okay, now with these, I have coffee dyed the backs of them, but they're still fairly, fairly thin, so I will, I need to back these onto another piece of coffee dyed paper for some added stability here, because I think that's just too thin to be going in and out of a pocket. So I want to double those up. I like to just really make sure I get those edges sealed good from all the glue. So yeah, so anyway, oh my gosh, I cannot even tell you the number of unfinished business projects I have. I could probably do, oh my goodness, I don't even know how many. I literally don't even know. I found so many unfinished where I've just created the signatures and started decorating pockets or adding things, or I just have the signatures created and I've done nothing to them. So it's like, oh my gosh, I think we'll do, I think every now and then I'll just pick an unfinished project and we'll do have like an unfinished business series, and it'll be something that we can come back and look at down the road. So I'm trying to see what stencil that I used here, and I think it's this one. So I'm just gonna add a bit of stenciling on here. There we go. Wrong paper punch. And then tuck that there, and then I'll come back, and when I add all our trims and whatnot, we will, I'll add all the trims and ribbons to that. Okay, this is a belly band. And let's see. Let's go back to our book for this. Let's see. Try this. That is, you know, the beauty of junk journaling is you can literally use anything to create your journals with. So this, I obviously was getting down to nearly out of this particular paper pad, and so I used it to start a journal. But the beauty is that if you use something like that, most all of your papers coordinate or, you know, work together in some way. So it's very easy to to create your tags and tucks and all those things from one single paper pad, and everything will kind of, work together no matter what you do with it. Now for this, I'm just thinking, this is a great photo mat. You could mount a photo on there and write about it on the back. I'm going to actually stencil a little bit here, maybe, because then you can journal about the photo on the back. So I'll probably leave it just as it is, and then it would make a great photo mat there. These are tuck spots, so you could tuck a tag or a photo or anything like that inside of there. A little pocket here. I saw. Oh, and then this is those little note cards that we books that we made. Maybe not right there, but yeah. Oh, hold on. There was a neutral page in here. But yeah, journaling cards, sorry, I get so busy thinking. That's why it's hard for me to video when I am doing like final decorating and stuff, because I start thinking inside my head and I forget that I'm videoing, and I'm just thinking, and half the time I'm talking to myself and I'm just like, ooh, that was probably not something I should video. So then I just don't even show the video because, I don't want to offend anybody because I get to talking to myself. But anyway, one of the things with journaling cards and stuff like that is, don't think about them just as, when I say it's a journaling card, it's not just a journaling card, because they work perfect for photo mats, or like if you have a favorite quote or whatever, you could print out that quote and use washi tape or whatever and tape it onto one of the journaling cards. So it's not like it has to be used for journaling. It's just a card, and the options are endless depending upon your imagination and whatever it is that that you're thinking about. Or maybe it's a prayer request or a scripture, or any number of things like that they can be used for. So that is the beauty of all things junk journaling, is there is no right or wrong way. There's no one particular use or purpose or anything. Everything is just a suggestion. How they get used is just endless. The possibilities are literally just endless. So again, I'm going to use one of these tags, and I'm backing that onto a light piece of coffee dyed paper, a piece of lightly dyed coffee dyed paper. I have no idea what I just said. Holy cow. Don't roll the tape back, because nobody knows. Anyway, so, and then I will just make sure this goes all the way to the edge. And cut it out, and then we will ink up all those edges. And we will stencil a bit here on the back. And there is another tag. Maybe friends, maybe. Love it. All right, so we are halfway. Oh, yep, see, here we are. We're halfway through the first signature, and gosh, I can't believe that took me nearly an hour. See, I'm telling you. Time flies, friends, time flies. So basically that's what I am going to be doing, is we're just going to be working on some unfinished business projects. And I hope that you guys might find this fun, and maybe it might inspire you to go pick up some of your unfinished projects and just start working on them. Nothing says that I'm going to finish this all at one time or anything like that, but I have these things sitting here, and I might as well finish them. And with graduation and Mother's Day approaching and whatnot, I think journals that are this size here are perfect for gift giving, and I want to get a few more projects off my desk. So friends, I hope that this may inspire you to pick up an unfinished project of your own, and that you'll hang out with me and see what the remainder of this unfinished business is going to look like if I ever get it finished. So thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. And until the next time that we get together to chat, be well, and I will speak to you all real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.